there's a certain amount of silliness when people get upset about these types of spots, and it's just because, look, WWE ended up, asepticizing wrestling to the point where it is today, where not even wrestling fans today can't handle violence, where they prefer to be in on the joke, they prefer to be in on the story than to be just entertained and suspend their disbelief and allow wrestlers to tell them a story where they will believe that they are indeed having a fight. And I'm going to tell you, this thing from Jade Cargill this week, let me tell you, this shit offends me more than anyone blading or whatever, getting impaled. This really doesn't, this offends me so much more. You all seen this clip yet? Check this out. Watch this.
Are you feeling ready for taking her on, being your first opponent since coming back from the attack?
Kathy, how do I feel? You was right there. You should see exactly how I feel.
Are you feeling ready?
Just some prime, incredible acting. Like just some, this is some Tommy Wiseau level acting here. Kathy, wait a minute. Shit. What's the line that Wiseau does in the movie? Kathy, you're tearing me apart. Like it's the same level. It's the same level of acting.
Ready for taking her on.
It's legitimately the same level.
Being your first opponent since coming back from the attack.
Kathy, how do I feel? You was right there. You should see exactly how I feel.
Oh, God. You're tearing me apart, Kathy. Folks, we have to have a very serious conversation about Jade Cargill, okay? Are you ready for this? I believe that Jade Cargill was better off in AEW. What has Jade done in WWE that has set the world on fire? Okay. Like she's another person on the roster. They had her coming out of limousines. They put her in a tag team to cover for her because they know she doesn't have the work. She gets into fights with legitimate workers, legitimately good workers backstage, and then has the gall to tell them that they need to go and learn how to work. And they give her the stick, and this is what she does. Kathy, how do I feel? You're tearing me apart, Lisa. And they essentially are presenting her, or were presenting her, the same way that AEW was, right? Exactly the same type of entrance. I remember this clearly when she debuted. Same type of entrance, a sound-alike of her AEW theme. Very, very close. And you're like, I'm looking at this. Like it's basically the same presentation. Now, I'm not going to retcon anything. I was absolutely one of these people who was saying, if there is one spot that will be able to take Jade and make her into the superstar that AEW cannot, because AEW doesn't have the know-how that a 50-plus-year-old company like WWE has, it's WWE. That's the spot. But I for one am kind of floored that she's been with this company, 3 years at this point? 2 years? Since 2024. She started, her debut was in January. This was her first match. She debuted in 2023 for the company, right? She debuted in 2023. Her last match was in September. Yeah, no, she showed up in WWE in 2023. Exactly. She was hired and sent for the PC for like 6 months. So she's been around there for a while, and they still haven't figured out how to put her over, how to get her to work with the crowd. They still haven't figured it out. And part of it is because it's Jade. What is the one thing that I have been constant in talking about Jade Cargill? With her level of talent, with what she brings to the table, not talking about her look, not talking about the presentation. I'm talking about her work, both character, promos, and in-ring. At 32 years old, this is a what you see is what you get situation. And you can go back and check the tape. It's a through line. I underscored that. So even I was like, they're going to send her to WWE, but no one should be expecting her to suddenly turn into Akira Hokuto when she shows up there, because that she will never be more than what she is. She didn't improve in her time in AEW, and she's not improving here. And she's not improving in the one spot, the one fucking spot that matters the most to WWE fans. And it's the microphone on the stick. Her promos are still horrible. Now back to my original point, where I'm like, I think Tony had it right. I think think of how AEW was pushing or not even. Okay, well, I sort of blew my spot here because I wanted to say, look at how they were handling Jade Cargill over in AEW. And then I wanted to lead in with, well, they pushed her as this invincible superstar, like this invincible beast with the winning streak and the title, essentially the title that that was basically designed for her. From the moment they trotted it out, I was like, that's for Jade. That is 100% for Jade. And then next thing you know, she's they give her managers, they give her some followers, a little unit, some people to back her up. They do the thing with the baddies. She was always treated like a star, like a true to form star in that company. The bell would ring, matches were miserable. Don't get me wrong, I am not sitting here trying to retcon how the Jade Cargill experience when it comes to the bell to bell action. That would be very irrational, and on my part, that would be awful. That would be very irresponsible on my part if I were to sit here and tell you that Jade Cargill, bell to bell was great in AEW. She wasn't, but they kept the matches short, and they did everything in their power to work to her strengths. When they gave her promo time, what did they do? Did they have her do community theater time like they did just here? Kathy. No. They'd have her say, cut the shit, Tony. And she'd talk some smack, and that'd be it. She'd hit the bricks. That's it. That's all that's what they do with her. So I'm legitimately at a point in my adult life, where I sincerely believe that she was better off in AEW. And I am stunned by that statement. But WWE has not proved the opposite. She is, or at the very least, she is exactly what anyone with a fucking pair of eyeballs could see. I was like, she's going to go there and she's going to be Jade, and we'll see what kind of ceiling that she can unlock for herself, because WWE, there's a lot of stuff that WWE can put forward that people will be okay with if you were to that the WWE fans are able to gloss over if it's not exactly going great in one field. Maybe it's like over here, like Jey Uso, right? Like Jey Uso has the entrance. He's got the big smiling yeet stuff, and he does the thing with the kids and everything's great. So they'll forgive him when they'll make excuses for the in-ring because he's got the great entrance, But Jade doesn't have anything of that. And Jade doesn't, doubt it if she has the potential for that. Like, at what point is this going to unlock? I sincerely believe this is her ceiling. Like, as far as her talent goes, this is absolutely 100% her ceiling. I don't think it's going to go any higher than this. Because look, if pairing her off with Bianca Belair, basically having Bianca carry her for months, trying to make sure that she can get over with the audience without getting exposed too much, doesn't help. I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do outside of sending her back. She'd benefit in working in NXT right now. With all the talent, with all the well-traveled talent that exists in NXT right now, she would even benefit going there. Because let's not kid ourselves, the days of NXT being developmental are once again over. Now it's a regular third brand. Do we all agree with this? It's a regular third brand now. Just warming people up for the, back when Triple H was in charge. We're back to that. Because look, Jordan Grace, Stephanie Vicaire, Julia, Ethan Page, Sean Spears, Javon Evans. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting other, Ricky Starks, Ricky Saints. These are not newbies anymore. We're not dealing with NIL kids. I'm not saying these are tremendous wrestlers. I'm saying these are well-versed professional wrestlers, right? We're not my point is that NXT is no longer a basin full of NIL kids and greener than grass trainees. That's what Evolve is going to be. That is clearly what Evolve is now. That's what it is. But legitimately, that's what the shows have evolved into. So my point now is that Jade, when she came in, would have not benefited at all from working with, whoever the fuck, the NIL kids that are mucking around there who were on Level Up. Like, she wouldn't benefit at all from working with those people, but working with, being in a division where you've got Jordan Grace and Stephanie Vicaire. Well, of course, these are well-traveled, experienced professional wrestlers who would be able to pass on a thing or two. All this talk when she was in AEW about, she's training with Danielson and so on and so forth. Maybe Danielson a couple of times is like, yeah, this is how you do a drop toe hold. I don't know, but I can't buy that. Or if she was training with Danielson, well then she's an absolute lost cause. If you can't pick up anything from Bryan Danielson, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I think you might just be a glob of moss